In a galaxy ruled by ruthless alien empires, where humans are seen as weak, and where survival itself is a luxury, one small girl held the power to embarrass an entire alien army. This is the unbelievable story of how a human child stunned the universe. Her name was Lyra. 14 years old. Barefoot, covered in dirt and dried blood from a battle she barely escaped. For days, she wandered through the wreckage of a destroyed transport ship, the same ship that was supposed to take her to safety. But instead, she was found by the Zayrath Dominion, a race of towering reptilian warriors, known for their cruelty, and for their impossible challenges. Lyra was dragged aboard their warship, a cold, metallic prison drifting between the stars. And there, her fate was decided. Lyra was brought into a large chamber, lights cold and metallic, walls lined with armored soldiers in red, blue, and pink combat suits. In the center stood a massive quantum-locked safe, glowing with neon blue circuits. Beside it, stood the alien general, a towering figure with scaled blue skin, dressed in ceremonial robes, arms crossed. He looked down at the tiny human with a mocking grin. "Alien General, human. I will offer you a game." The room erupted in cruel laughter. "General, open this safe, and I'll give you 20 trillion credits. Enough money to buy 10 planets. Enough power to free your entire species." The soldiers laughed even louder. "General, but humans can't solve alien tech. Your brains are too primitive." Lyra said nothing. She simply stared at the safe, and then at the mocking giant before her. What the aliens didn't know, was that Lyra was not an ordinary human. She was born with a rare neural ability, a condition scientists once called quantum sensitivity. She could feel electromagnetic fields. She could hear digital pulses like music. And in her mind, complex patterns appeared like glowing shapes. All her life, she thought she was strange. All her life, people called her broken. But today, her curse was about to become her weapon. The safe was no ordinary container, it was a Hyperion-class vault, designed to be completely unbreakable. Triple-layer encryption. Multi-dimensional locks. Time-shifted passcodes. Even a Starship AI couldn't crack it. The aliens believed it was impossible. That's why they used it to mock prisoners. But the moment Lyra touched the cold metal, her eyes widened. She felt it. She heard it. A faint rhythm, a pattern, like a heartbeat. Lyra, whispering, "It's talking." The soldiers laughed again. But the general's smile started to fade. Lyra pressed her ear against the vault. The neon circuits flickered and pulsed, in a pattern only she could sense. She tapped her fingers on the metal, slow at first, then faster, like she was playing an instrument. The soldiers exchanged confused glances. Suddenly. Click. A loud mechanical shift echoed through the room. The first lock opened. Blue soldier, impossible, that was a 9-dimensional encryption. Lyra didn't stop. Her eyes narrowed, focused intensely. Numbers, shapes, colors, all unfolded in her mind like a glowing map. She moved to the side panel. Removed a metal plate. Adjusted glowing wires with her bare hands. Click. The second lock released. The room went silent. No more laughter. Only fear. The general stepped forward, his confidence replaced with unease. "General, human, stop." But Lyra kept working. He barked an order, the soldiers raised their weapons. But before they could shoot. Boom, a surge of blue electricity burst from the vault, throwing the soldiers backward. The vault had recognized Lyra, not as a threat, but as a master user. The final lock glowed. A soft hum filled the chamber. Lyra placed her hand on the center dial. With a deep metallic groan, the Hyperion vault opened. But what lay inside was not money. Not credits. Not jewels. It was a small metallic orb, floating gently within a field of blue light. The general's eyes widened in terror. "General, no. No. Human, do not touch that." Lyra slowly lifted the orb. The soldiers froze. Because the orb was a stellar core key, an artifact capable of rewriting matter, energy, even reality itself. The aliens weren't guarding wealth. They were guarding a weapon. And now, a human child held it. The orb glowed brighter in Lyra's hands. A warm, comforting energy wrapped around her. She felt connected, to the ship, to the stars, to the very fabric of space itself. The orb had chosen her. "General," shaking, "put it down. Please." Lyra's expression hardened. "Lyra, you called humans weak. You called me worthless." She raised the orb. "Lyra, let me show you what weak can do." A wave of blue energy exploded outward, disarming every soldier, melting their weapons, and pinning the general to the wall. But Lyra remained untouched. The ship's alarms blared. Corridors shook violently. The orb's power was destabilizing the warship. Lyra ran through the chaos, soldiers panicking, systems failing, metal tearing apart. She reached the hangar. A small escape shuttle sat idle. With the orb glowing in her arms, its systems powered on automatically. The doors sealed. The shuttle blasted into hyperspace, just seconds before the massive alien destroyer erupted into a blue explosion behind her. Lyra didn't just escape. She became the only human in history to activate a stellar core key. And across the galaxy, a rumor began to spread, a whisper that terrified the alien empires. A human child now holds the power of a star. And that is the story of how Lyra stunned the entire Zerath Dominion. This was another epic tale from Sci-Fi TJ Kingdom. Until next time, stay curious, and stay brave among the stars.